Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are covering somebody else's submission for the Go Battle League, and they are currently running Stone Edge Blaziken. So this is really exciting because for those that don't know, Blaziken was actually, it had Stone Edge when it came out, and then it was retired. It became a legacy move a couple days later, I think. So it wasn't really available for a long time. So most people do not have it. Up until now, since Elite Charge teams are now available, you could actually go ahead and get Stone Edge on Blaziken, which is definitely going to go ahead and help it out as well. So it's definitely going to be exciting to see. We'll have to see how he decides to use this. But yeah, you know, Stone Edge definitely gives some good coverage to Blaziken, so it's going to be very exciting to see how it performs. It's also going to be really good for the Forest Cup, which is May's themed cup for the Sylph Arena. So I'm going to be excited to see it, but let's go ahead and take a look at his team. He's currently running Venusaur, Azumel, and as I said, that Stone Edge Blaziken. So yeah, hopefully we get to see it. He currently has Blaze Kick and Stone Edge, not Blast Burn on the Blaziken, which is interesting. We'll have to see, you know, how it works, as I said. But anyway, without further ado, let's start commentating these battles. So, Azumel, I'm going to go ahead and go for that Ice Beam, trying to do a lot of damage. It does do a lot of damage against the Altaria. So, not enough to knock it out, but still doing a lot of damage. Altaria will fire back with a Sky Attack. That will do some pretty good damage as well. In comes Lapras. Lapras is going to be able to get off a Charge Attack. Does have energy. Going to be that Ice Beam. Not enough to knock out the Azumel, though. Azumel just wants to get off a Hyper Beam. Not a Hyper Beam. A Hyper Beam. No, a Hydro Pump before it goes down. As you can see, it does. So, Lapras is going to be able to feint the Azumel, though, unfortunately. And Azumel is currently loaded on energy. So you have to think about what you want to bring in. Probably the Venusaur, maybe not. Yeah, I guess Venusaur, okay. I was going to say maybe the Blaziken to try and feint with counter, but I guess not. Ice Beam will be enough, but at least it took the energy from Lapras, and Lapras is not able to get off a Surf. So in comes that Altaria, and Blaziken will go for that Blaze Kick, and this will be enough to feint that Altaria. So really well played. It was actually a close game. For a second I thought he might have lost, but yeah, able to pull it off though, and take that win. So, yeah, he wins 5-0. He goes 5-0 in this set, so that's really awesome. Can't wait to see the rest of the games. So, leading with Azumel against the Tropius. Now, Tropius, you know, is definitely good against Azumel, but at the same time, Azumel does have Ice Beam. Switching in to catch the Ice Beam. Nice switch on the opponent's end. So this Ice Beam is going to go into an opposing Azumel. Okay. And switching into Venusaur. So Venusaur able to almost get to that Frenzy Plant. Going to go ahead and shield this Ice Beam, wanting to stay as healthy as possible. So that Ice Beam not going to do any damage. And out comes Frenzy Plant, so Frenzy Plant going to go ahead and probably be shielded. Yeah, going to be shielded. Azumel wants to try and get off another Ice Beam. I think another Frenzy Plant, yeah, another Frenzy Plant going to come out and maybe take the last shield. We'll have to see. Yep, going to go ahead and take the last shield. This Azumel really wants to beat this Venusaur. Venusaur will go ahead and not shield. Okay, so Venusaur is okay with taking this Ice Beam. Not enough to knock it out, but can't get to another Frenzy Plant anyway. So I would imagine that his own Azumel will come in this situation, as it does. So wants to feint that. Okay, switching into Tropius. So Tropius is going to go ahead and get off a Charge Attack. Azumel says no. It wants to get off its Ice Beam to do a lot of damage. Now, it's not going to be enough to knock out the Tropius because Tropius is so incredibly bulky. But it's still going to be doing a lot of damage. And a Razor Leaf trying to feint the Azumel, as it does. Yeah, that's also a Razor Leaf variant doing even more damage. In comes Blaziken to knock out the Tropius. Out comes Azumel. So Azumel going to go ahead and get off a Charge Attack. There's no way this is enough for a Hydro Pump. It isn't. Ice Beam going to be resisted by the Blaziken. Blaziken will be able to feint down. And now it's loaded with energy. In comes Registeel. So, wow, that is absolutely fantastic. For a second, I thought he was going to lose this. But able to get off a couple Blaze Kicks and the counter damage is just going to be enough to knock out that Registeel. You can see how strong Blaziken is. It's so squishy, but it has a sky-high attack, so it's really fantastic. So able to take that game, so really well played. Luckily, there was a Registeel in the back, but that just goes to show you, I mean, Registeel is a very common Pokemon in the Great League. So next up, we have Azumel versus Venusaur. Okay, that's actually a Razor Leaf variant, so pretty interesting to see. Doing a tremendous amount. The Azumel does bail into his own Venusaur. Venusaur bails. Able to catch the Sludge Bomb, but Sludge Bomb's still going to be super effective against the Azumel. Azumel will protect itself. wanting to get to Ice Beam, although a Frenzy Plant comes out from the Venusaur. We might see a second shield. I'm not really too sure. Let's see. Yep, gonna go ahead and invest that second shield. So Azumel currently out of shields. Venusaur will opt to protect itself. Not wanting to take that Ice Beam, probably not even able to take it, honestly. Venusaur will go ahead and charge up a little bit of extra energy and go for the Frenzy Plant. That Azumel must have just gotten to an Ice Beam. Enough to knock out that Azumel. In comes Medicham, so Medicham going to, wow, nice switch, able to catch this charge attack. Let's see what it is. Going to be an Ice Punch, so the Azumel able to catch that attack. Really well played. The Venusaur comes in, but it's going to be taking this Ice Beam to the face. And it's able to take it, but it does a tremendous amount of damage. That was a CMP tie, so the Venusaur will go ahead and go for a Frenzy Plant, which will knock out the Azumel. He allows Azumel to go down. Blaziken immediately deletes that Venusaur. In comes Medicham. So definitely a great situation for this Blaziken, because Blaziken, yeah, can go ahead and shield. It's going to be a Power Punch, but that's totally fine, because now you know its moveset, Power Punch and Ice Punch, both of which don't do a lot of damage to Blaziken. So definitely a great shield on his end. And yeah, we get to see this Blaziken in action. I am loving it. I cannot wait to get an elite charge team so I can get Stone Edge on my Blaziken. Originally I was thinking Blast Burn, Stone Edge, but who knows, maybe Blaze Kick is the way to go because it charges up faster. What do you guys think? Definitely cool to see. Nonetheless, definitely cool to see. So winning that one, and gonna go ahead and jump into the next game. So leading with Azumel again against Altaria. So definitely a huge situation for this Azumel. So Altaria does bail into Superior. So now in comes that Blaziken. So Blaziken, let's see if it shields. He might shield. Yeah, going to go ahead and shield, not wanting to take the Aerial Ace. I thought it might have been an Aerial Ace. So this Blaziken is going to go ahead and go for the Blaze Kick. This is going to do super effective damage. The Superior will protect itself, maybe thinking it could have possibly been a Blast Burn, but Blaze Kick still would have done a good amount anyway. So Superior going to go ahead and be shielded. Blaziken does not want to take that Aerial Ace, and going to go ahead and farm up a little bit of extra energy and go for that Blaze Kick. So this Blaze Kick going to be enough to knock out the Superior. Superior does not shield. In comes Swampert. Okay, so very interesting. This Blaziken will go for that Stone Edge. So this is resisted by Swampert, I believe, right? Because it's a ground type. Does ground resist ground? I think it does. I'm drawing a blank. I think it does. But Surf, not Hydro Cannon, going to knock out the Blaziken. So out comes Altaria, in comes Azumel. A couple of switches there, but Azumel going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam. That was not going to be enough to knock out the Altaria. Altaria will get off a Sky Attack. This Azumel can take a couple of Sky Attacks, so not a big deal. As you can see, able to take it. Might want to just commit to the farm down. Might be a little bit risky. Can it up? No, that Altaria cannot get to another Sky Attack. So nice play, and this Hydro Pump is going to be enough to finish off the Swampert and take that game. So really well played. Nice use of Blaziken. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So we do have one more game, though. We do have one more game in this video. So let's see what happens. So we're going to jump into the final game, and we'll see. So, okay. We're beginning now, leading with that Azumel versus Whiscash. So definitely favorable for the Azumel, right? Because it's not going to take much from the Mud Bomb. It resists Blizzard. So we'll see what happens. Looks like this Azumel just going to go straight Ice Beam. Not even going to bluff the Hydro Pump because this Ice Beam is going to be neutral. Still doing a good chunk to the Whiscash. And Whiscash is going to go ahead and get off its own Mud Bomb. Again, doing a relatively decent amount of damage, but nothing too crazy. So Mud Bomb does come out from the Whiscash, and Whiscash will bail into Azumel. So in comes that Venusaur. Venusaur wanting to charge up and knock out this Azumel. Ice Beam coming out, though. You might want to shield this. We'll have to see. Yep. So that Venusaur will opt to shield this, not wanting to take that Ice Beam. And going to charge up extra energy and go straight for that Frenzy Plant. So this Frenzy Plant going to do a lot of damage to the Azumel unless if it protects itself. It does. So wanting to stay healthy and wanting to get to another Ice Beam. But that Venusaur does get to another Frenzy Plant before it gets to the Ice Beam. So probably going to go ahead and see a second shield in this situation. No, we're not. So the Azumel does collapse. And in comes the Whiscash. And that's very interesting. Venusaur going to go ahead and get off the Frenzy Plant. This will be enough to knock out the Whiscash. Maybe something ultra weak to Venusaur in the back. Whiscash actually protects itself. And so Wishcash will fall, can't even get to a Blizzard, and bringing in Meganium, and that's going to be it. The opponent quits. See you in the next one.